Greetings, Earthlings. I have another update from the Absurdium for you. This is a report from a publication in Israel called Israel Hayom, and it's entitled Israeli Officials Weigh Conference to Divide Syria into Cantons. Right. A primary challenge remains that any initiative associated with Israel would likely face significant resistance within Syria, necessitating these discussions remain classified. No shit. Discussions within Israel are intensifying regarding the developments on the northern front. 2 days ago, Defense Minister Israel Katz, also known as the Bulldozer, chaired a small ministerial meeting preceding an upcoming discussion by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, which focused on Turkish involvement in Syria, according to information obtained by Israel Hayom. It's a small article, so I'll read the whole thing and pass comment as I go. The cabinet deliberations covered evolving situations in Syria, particularly addressing concerns regarding de facto leader, the jihadi-linked revolutionary Abu Mohammed al-Jilani, and the safety of Druze and Kurdish minority populations in the region. In an effort to enhance regional stability, Minister of Energy and Infrastructure Eli Cohen proposed convening an international conference focused on Syria. Now, let's be clear, they knew exactly who al-Jilani was. Netanyahu is pictured shaking hands with these guys, HTS. I'm not sure if he's shaking hands directly with Jilani, but they've offered medical assistance in the Golan Heights, and they've given them financial assistance since 2013. Now, that's giving material support to terrorism, but let's not worry about that right now. Okay, that's not important right now. So I'll continue. Cohen emphasized that the primary objective is securing Israel's northern border while enabling active defense measures against threats posed by rebel organizations operating outside the framework of existing force separation agreements. Now, this is the false flag spillover event that I warned you about last year. They were always going to, at some point, use the fact that these guys are terrorists. There's no question they're terrorists. They're not your typical jihadists that have what you would call a just religious ideological goal. These guys are just fucking terrorists. They're very choppy-heady, they're very murderous, and they're not at all tolerant of non-takfiri Wahhabists, even if they're Muslim. So, the discussions include considerations of explored initiative which top political and security officials have been examining since the collapse of Bashar al-Assad's regime, proposing the division of Syria into provincial regions, cantons, so this is the balkanization of Syria, to safeguard security and rights of all Syrian ethnic groups. Minister Cohen suggested this proposal should be examined during the proposed conference. Now, the British Empire has done this in the past, and it's led to nothing but bloodshed. Every major conflict zone in the Middle East is to do with sectarian lines drawn up by the British in order to generate conflict. I may have mentioned the Durand line being one of the most famous before. This is a recipe for fucking disaster, and this is meant to generate instability. And we'll come to why instability would ultimately be good for Israel. A primary challenge remains that any initiative associated with Israel would likely face significant resistance within Syria, necessitating these discussions remain classified. Security officials emphasize that while Israel has no plans for a permanent presence in Syria, they've been in the Golan Heights since 1967, it will maintain positions in captured areas until stability is achieved. I already told you that this will create the exact opposite of stability. This will create sectarian violence. Potentially through such a conference that would facilitate a redefinition of Syria's borders and structure, enabling Israel forces to withdraw without compromising security interests. Currently, officials across all levels indicate such a scenario remains distant. So there you go. Israel's going to be in Syria for a long time and they're already planning on carving it up. Yeah, good times ahead.